MSD announced the purchase of a building in the Park Hill neighborhood to serve as their new main office. Executive Director for the Office of Equity, Joy McAtee, shared how the public can participate in the city's Juneteenth events. And we continue our Metro Council member profiles with an introduction to 3rd District Councilwoman Shamika Parrish Wright. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. Mayor Greenberg and Metro Public Works Director Jennifer Commissar-Kern were joined by Jesse Bray, Senior Project Manager of JLL Project and Development Services, to share that the $13 million East Market Streetscape project has officially started.
The goal has always been to enhance New Lou and acknowledge it as a wonderful asset that it is to our city, improve the travel experience, the accessibility, safety for all modes of travel for the people who love New Lou, who live here, but also those who visit.
We understand the importance of this corridor as a local and tourist entertainment district. We are also working with the organizers of the many annual festivals to make sure they can continue without much interruption. But the most important message to the general public is that these businesses will be open throughout this 16-month project.
Mayor Greenberg officially proclaimed June 17th through the 21st as Waste and Recycling Collection Appreciation Week.
I was so impressed by their hard work and dedication that these hardworking men and women give to our city in public service every day. I learned a lot about their jobs, about neighborhoods the neighborhood that we were in, and it was great to thank them for their hard work. These folks work so hard every day to keep our neighborhoods, our streets, and our entire city safe and clean. And so I'm so proud this week to celebrate them and their impact the positive impact that they make on our city every day by proclaiming for the first time in Louisville's history that June 17th through 21st as Waste and Recycling Collection Appreciation Week.
This week's Louisvillian doing good is Charlie Horn, president of Paul Davis Restoration Company, an organization that partners with Metro Public Works on several essential projects.
Since 1980, Paul Davis has been a proud member of the Louisville community. We live by a simple, yet extremely important rule of serving others in their time of need. Louisville, Kentucky has been very good to the Paul Davis family, and as a team, we love to give back when we can. Mayor Greenberg and all Metro government employees, thank you for the opportunity for what you do every day to make Louisville excellent in so many ways. Thank you.
The Louisville Zoo held their annual Zoofari Gala, and the star of the show was Sundara, a red panda.
Hi, welcome to the 43rd Annual Zoofari at Louisville Zoo. We are watching all these pretty people arrive at the Louisville Zoo, here to have a fantastic evening celebrating all things animal and all things conservation and all things fun. And I'm here with the Zoofari chair, Tara Ward. What are guests going to experience tonight, Tara?
Guests have a tremendous night in front of them. We have live animal encounters throughout a couple exhibits in the zoo with cocktails and past hors d'oeuvres. And then we have a really exciting dinner program for people tonight. We're going to have a live auction where there are animal adoptions for some people who might want to put their names on some exhibits and support the animals throughout the year. But we also have exciting things like rare bourbons and trips around the world. And the night will conclude with live bands, a bourbon pull, silent auction, more food, and more fun.
Events like this are very important, and they allow the zoo to do a lot of things. Can you tell us a little bit about why events like this are important?
Events like this are so important to not only raise funds, but also to build awareness for our zoo and why we need to raise funds. Our zoo is, while it's a federally supported, we raise all of the money here to support our zoo. So nights like this are important to give back, and also to give back to our donors so they can experience a really unique and special night here at the zoo.
Hi, I'm back on the red carpet, if you will, with our one of our board members, Cleo Battle, who's also with Louisville Tourism. And you know, you've been on our board for quite a while, and attractions like the zoo are so important to our city. Can you tell us a little bit about why?
Well, I think when it's the only zoo in the state, it not only represents Louisville, but it represents the state. And I love this event because our community comes out for the zoo, and it's special. It reminds everyone the jewel that we have in the zoo here in our own town. So it's very exciting.
We appreciate your help with us in tourism and for our city and on our board. So thank you so much. And you look fantastic with your white sneakers.
I was told.
You look
I
fantastic.
follow Kelly's rules, Kelly's directions.
Well, you did good. Thank you so much.
right.
Enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you. Okay, Ron, while you're training, I'm going to just work the mic and you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so, one thing we do here with almost all the animals at the zoo is we want to develop a close relationship with them so we can check them up close for health screenings, maybe give them a hand injection if they need a shot for some reason, and just to have a good rapport with them. So we just are doing a little preliminary training with Sonny D here. He is kind of newer to this, and he's like checking us out. So he may not be used to a camera on a stick. So this is good practice for him. So we'll see what he does. I have grapes.
So we've got a lot going on here this summer and some new visitors from down under. You want to tell us a little bit about what we've got going on?
We can finally announce that we have Daruk and
Talawi.
Talawi, thank you. And they're here. These are koalas. Koalas haven't been here in 23 years. They were only here for a very short period of time previously. Our goal is to keep them here. We have a new red panda area, and we have orchestra coming back, and that is a big, big deal. I think the community is ready. We're very fortunate to have great partners in Teddy Abrams and Graham Parker, and we're just really, really thrilled. So we're going to have June Safari, July orchestra, and August Brew at the Zoo. Leads right into Boo at the Zoo. And it's going to be just a thrilling next, 6-7 months.
Well, thank you for taking the time tonight. And let's invite everybody out for next Safari because they can't be here right now. So go ahead and invite everybody back for next Safari.
You know what? We don't want anybody to miss out. Come on out. But this year we sold out. So when Safari comes around next year, you better get your tickets early.
Well, thank you so much. Go enjoy yourself. Go raise lots of money for us. So Dan said it. It's a great night here at the Louisville Zoo for Zoofari, our 43rd annual Zoofari. Please check it out next year. Get your tickets early because it does sell out. And like we said, we're going back to our roots of having a formal event. And don't forget to watch On the Wild Side, the Louisville Zoo show on Metro TV. We'll see you later. I'm your host, Kyle Shepard.
New Directions Housing Corporation received a $1.2 million grant from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development to help fix housing-related health and safety hazards for vulnerable residents.
New Directions has been around for over 50 years, but for the last 31 years, a big part of what we have done is invest in seniors who live in their own homes. So these are people who are not living in New Directions housing. They're not one of the 900 and some families that live in New Direction housing. These are people all over the city, a lot of it concentrated in West Louisville and South Louisville, who are over the age of 60 and who are interested in staying in their own home, but for one reason or another, they don't really have the funds to be able to continue to maintain that. And so they turn to New Directions, and they've been doing that for over 30 years now. But the investment that we're getting from HUD that we're talking about today of $1.2 million, it's the first time we've ever received this money. This is for individuals 62 and older. And it's through a HUD program that's called Older Adult Home Modification. So it's similar to Repair Fair, but it's a little bit more streamlined for the interior of the home. And it's really to make sure that people have an easy way to bathe, that they're able to get up off of their furniture, that they have grab bars, that they're able to come in and out of their house. Again, some of that work is work that we've done through Repair Fair, but this is much more targeted for keeping seniors in their own homes. We're thrilled. We're going to be able to help a lot of Louisvillians with this money, and we're honored that you have that confidence in us.
MSD announced the purchase of the Clariant property at 15th and Hill Streets in the Park Hill neighborhood to serve as their new main office.
I want to welcome you to this ribbon cutting for the new MSD main office site that we've just now acquired from our partner Clariant. We have been located at 7th and West Liberty Street in downtown, our main office location, there for over 40 years. And as our system has grown and as our utility has grown, we have just run out of space at that site. But this site here in Park Hill not only allows for the future growth of our utility, it is an opportunity for us to be a part of a revitalized and a growing neighborhood. We have over 750 employees. There will be over 300 employees located at this site right here. And so it's going to be a collaborative space. It's going to be an opportunity for our employees to be able to not only come to a great place to work, but everybody's going to get to park on the same parking lot, which is a benefit to our employees as well.
MSD's commitment to this neighborhood is really powerful. It's really a great example for other companies around the city that are looking for where they can help invest in a community that's been overlooked for far too long and also have a great home for their employees. I'm also excited because Clariant, while they have called this building home for a long time, they are remaining in our community. And in fact, they're choosing downtown for many of their employees to go downtown to in 500 West Jefferson Street, just across the street from Metro Hall. That's an exciting new tenant for downtown Louisville as downtown continues to thrive and expand, and we continue to welcome people to work in downtown.
Clariant Corporation's lineage goes back to 1942, back to the Girdler Company. So we've been a resident here in Louisville for a long time. We moved into this building in 1997 when we bought it from Brown and Williamson. And it's been a great home for us for our two plants that are very close by and our R&D organization. But we are committed to staying in the area. We are working with the Jefferson Trade School on our apprentice program, University of Louisville with innovation and catalytic project with the STEM program, as well as the Rebecca project working on energy transformation. So we look forward to growing in Louisville, to continue innovating and being a good corporate citizen.
I had the chance to sit down with Executive Director for the Office of Equity, Joy McAtee, to discuss Juneteenth and the programs the city has scheduled this year. Juneteenth here in Louisville. Yes. How do we celebrate? What do we do?
So we have a number of events. We actually just kicked off our first set of events on June 8th, so this past Saturday, with the Journey Walking Tour, where we partnered with the Fraser History Museum. And it was a 4-stop route in which we brought attendees along to teach them the central role that Kentuckiana played in the Underground Railroad. And then it dovetailed right into the In Our Elders Footprints installation unveiling that was put on by the Unknown Project and Ideas Lab, which is Hannah Drake and Josh Miller. And so at that event, we had the opportunity to honor 20 of our civil rights leaders, educators, and activists who have really led the charge for justice, freedom, and equality here in the city.
So if we miss that event, though, what can we do now? What can we attend, get excited about?
Absolutely. On June 17th, partnering with the Kentucky Opera for Amplify Songs of Justice. And so we have lifted songs from America's Civil Rights Movement. These songs have been commissioned by the Kentucky Opera, have been written by Councilwoman and Commissioner Paula McCraney and Jarrell Williams to bring these songs to the community. That's going to be a powerful event. It's free, and that choir, which I think is most exciting, is going to be composed of members of the community. So all you have to do is go on to our website, find the link, sign up for that. They should be hosting practices. And then on June 19th, the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky is hosting their second annual Juneteenth celebration, where we are honoring those folks who have continued to elevate the stories of people who are telling the history of Black Kentuckians. And we're proud to have Frank X. Walker, who was named the first African-American Kentucky Poet Laureate, as our headlining speaker. So we have some exciting events, and that's going to be hosted at the Muhammad Ali Center.
For folks who maybe didn't have a pen handy and they're trying to write down these events and they want to be a part of it, where can they go to learn more and maybe attend one of these publicly held events?
Yeah, sure. First of all of our events are free. We wanted to make sure that they were accessible to the public, but folks can go online to visit louisvilleky.gov/government/Juneteenth for more information on all of our events. People are also welcome to follow us on social media at Office of Equity Lou on Instagram and Office of Equity on Facebook.
All right. Joy, thank you so much. Thank you. Joy McAtee, she is the Executive Director for the Office of Equity here with Metro Government. Okay, thank you again, Joy.
Thank you.
All right. Each week, we'll introduce you to a member of the Louisville Metro Council with our Metro Council profiles. Today, we have District 3 Councilwoman Shamika Parrish Wright.
Hi, my name is Shamika Parrish Wright, and I am the Metro Councilwoman for Metro Council District 3. I was elected to serve on the Metro Council in November
of the Kentucky Revised Statute
and was sworn into office on November the 13th, 2023. I wanted to run for office because I passionately believe people like myself who have experienced poverty and homelessness need representation. I have over 25 years of community organizing and social justice work. I am a proven connector and bridge builder. I currently serve as the Executive Director of Vocal Kentucky, a newly launched organization dedicated to ending AIDS, the failed drug war, and mass incarceration and homelessness. I was the co-chair of the Kentucky Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression during the Justice for Breonna Taylor movement and serve as an advisor to the Kentucky Alliance Against Racist and Political Repression. I was also a member of the Human Relations Commission and have served 2 terms. All of my work is dedicated to ending racist practices and dismantling poverty. I've been married 16 years and I am a proud mother of 6 kids and grandmother of 3. District 3 includes 12 neighborhoods and the city of Shively. Some of the neighborhoods include parts of Park Hill, Cloverleaf, Hallmark, and PRP. District 3 has a number of community assets, including 3 Metro-owned parks, G.G. Moore, Waterston Lake, and William Harrison. The district also includes Butler High School and the Shively Library. We are also very proud to house the biggest flea market in the city, a host of small businesses with local owners, and the largest Black and minority home ownership in the city and historic shopping centers. To learn more about District 3, please call 502-574-1103 or visit www.louisvilleky.gov/District 3.
Metro Safe Academy graduated 5 people who will now go to work in the Metro Safe 911 Center. 2 will be 911 call takers and 3 will be dispatchers.
Remember that you're our first line of defense. I've often told that the mayor of our city and several mayors and my boss here that if we ever don't answer the telephone, we got a real problem in our city. That's the day we lose everything, the day we can't answer the phone here at 911 or when we need the police.
You know, we need you all. It's very important that you're here doing the job that you do. The citizens of our community need you all. The first responders need you all. We all depend on you. The mayor depends on you. Our citizens depend on you. The people that put on their uniforms each and every day depend on you. They depend on you to be able to stay alive. They need you. Don't underestimate yourselves at any time, okay? Because you are the vital glue that keeps us all together.
June is Immigrant Heritage Month, and Metro TV is celebrating with a series of videos recognizing how our immigrant population helps make Louisville a better place to live.
My name is Janan Sarwar. I am a child of immigrants from Bangladesh. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a pharmacist by profession and a publisher by trade. I work for Global Bookshelves International, a hybrid publishing company, as well as publishing in doses, and my children and I have a storytelling podcast called Salam Storytime.
My name is Anita Shimriman. I am immigrant from Burundi. I came here in 2007 from Tanzania camp. What I do, I own home care and transportation company.
Hi, my name is Carolina Tafor. I am a first-generation American with parents from Colombia. I also work for Norton Healthcare, and I'm completing my philanthropy fellowship through their program.
My experiences in Louisville have been outstanding. I was born and raised in Clarksville, Tennessee, and as a child of immigrants, I saw firsthand what it was like to grow up and be an immigrant, whether it comes from looking for your favorite foods and finding other people from your culture. At the time, 20, 30 plus years ago, it was very difficult. But here, now that I live in Louisville, the diversity of the cultures, the food, the people, and all the things that you can find has really made me feel at home and feel comfortable living here and meeting new people and learning about different cultures as well.
Being here as a refugee, it hasn't been easy. My second year in high school and my third wasn't great, so I decided to drop out. But after a few months, I decided to go back. I finished high school, then went to college. After I finished my bachelor degree, I decided to start a business. I finished my master's in business with 4 kids. That's when I decided maybe I can help other women who are in the same situation as me for a scholarship, which I started in 2021, is 1,500 that we give to any Burundian who would like to continue education.
So, being a first generation, it came with a lot of trials and tribulation, but it also came with a lot of joy and just so much pride. Having parents that English wasn't their primary language, it put a lot of responsibility on their children. I was a translator as a very young age, but it really wasn't until my mom got sick when I was younger and she had to have surgery. And she had a couple of aneurysms in her head, and it was a very challenging time. She didn't really understand the healthcare system. She didn't understand what was going on. And me seeing how me and my family really advocated for her, me and my sisters rose up to the occasion and translated documents, translated what the providers would say, what the nurses would say, and would just support her throughout that time. That was really the pivotal point for me to step into healthcare. And it really gave me the responsibility to advocate for the community.
Empowerment means having the knowledge, confidence, and support to achieve a goal. Empowerment comes from those around you as well as within yourself. That's how I define empowerment.
What is empowerment is to help others and lift others up, especially as migrants. We have to help each other who came after us, so we can show them around or how they can survive as we did.
Empowerment to me means advocacy. To be an advocate for those around you, to be an advocate for yourself, to be an advocate for those who cannot speak for themselves, to be an advocate for those that don't have a voice, to be an advocate for those that are young, and just to be an advocate for the community. I believe that there is nothing stronger than one person's voice, and one person's voice can make the biggest change.
The topic for this month's Louisville Forum was how to maximize the $100 million Louisville is getting from Frankfurt.
It's super important that $100 million, what that economic impact will be, because development begets development. So when the public sector puts in that kind of money to that degree, other things are going to follow. So I think that's the really exciting thing.
We know that downtown Louisville is really the state's downtown, if you really think about it. It is the economic engine of Louisville. Louisville is the economic engine of the state of Kentucky. In the event that we lose that revenue sources here, everybody fails. If we don't have a strong, vibrant downtown, then it's hard for us to do that traction.
The most important thing that we have to do, I think, to revitalize Louisville is to have security and the perception of security. And I think we're moving toward those goals. So I think we're on the right track. We still have a long way to go to get our LMPD force back where it needs to be to keep us all safe. But the most important thing, obviously, security. Nothing matters. You can put $100 billion in downtown Louisville. If people aren't safe and if they don't think they're safe when they're down here, then it's not going to matter.
You can watch the entire Louisville Forum program on Metro TV each Wednesday at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. For the 4th consecutive year, Waterfront Park and Louisville Visual Art offered a full scholarship camp in the theme of Juneteenth.
Hi, I'm Danielle Jackson. I am the Juneteenth art camp teacher for LVA this year, and we are teaching the kids all about Black pride, Black joy. We are celebrating Juneteenth and celebrating ourselves. We're learning about the colors of Juneteenth, the black that represents melanated people, the red that represents the bloodshed of our ancestors, and the green that represents the prosperity that we're now working to acquire. So we're teaching the kids all about the fundamentals. We're learning about the significance of June 19th, 1865, and the important people who played roles in getting everyone truly free. So we did a Freedom Bell activity. We learned a lot about music and its role in enslaved people's lives, the significance of bells to commemorate um, important events, significant laws being passed. So we rang our bells and we created bells in the Juneteenth colors. We also celebrated our hair and the different things that make us unique as a people. So we did a project celebrating our hair. We learned a song about the Crown Act of 2019, which made it illegal to discriminate against Black and brown people with different hair textures in workplaces. And we're making some friendship bracelets. We've learned some vocabulary words about freedom, about emancipation, about enslavement. And about the South. We've also learned about the significance of the Ohio River and how it was the dividing factor between the North and the South, and how the South was pro-slavery and the North was anti-slavery. And so this was the river that if you got across it, you were now free. So coming from the South, the bridge is very significant in the Ohio River. We have 14 kiddos. They're ranging from ages 7 to 12, mostly fifth graders. We've got 7 boys, 7 girls, so it's an even split. We've got a couple of littles and some that are a few older, but yep, they're ranging from 7 to 12.
Also in recognition of Juneteenth, community volunteers and the local Divine Nine Black Greek fraternities partnered with Dare to Care to deliver food throughout the city.
Today is a day of reflection. It's a day of celebration. It's a day of recognizing Black history. It's a day of recognizing all of the accomplishments that African Americans have had over the years. And so we celebrate that while also remembering that we still have a true charge for equity and equality in this country.
This is actually one of my more favorite events for Juneteenth, being able to give back to the community, having all the Divine non-Black Greek letter organizations out to perform community service, making sure that folks in our community are fed.
This is extremely important because this is the essence of community service, particularly when we talk about our Divine Nine fraternities and sororities. We come together, we talk about things that we want to do that can be impactful to the community, and this is an example, one example of many that we do to uplift our community.
The event today says that the community is strong and we can do much more together than we ever could apart. This is Agape Day, which is the highest form of love. So it lets us know that there is love in our community, and I'm super excited to be able to spread that love in District 42, and I'm ready to take that to Frankfurt.
It's really important that Louisville Metro government is celebrating Juneteenth, is really leading the charge and making sure that folks are educated on the historical significance of Juneteenth. I think that through our programming, we're demonstrating that, whether it's what we're doing with the Unknown Project and Ideas Lab and Fraser History Museum, or the Association for Teaching Black History in Kentucky. We really need to make sure that people know the facts, and for people to understand that Black history is American history. Juneteenth is actually America's second Independence Day. And so this is just that time to come together and to acknowledge the contributions that Black Americans have made towards building our great democracy.
I'm a huge fan of everything that you all with the Divine Nine do. You all are such amazing citizens throughout our entire city, year-round, giving back. I know you know how to have fun, but you also know how to give back to our community and to do it in such impactful ways like here at Agape Day. And so a big shout out and thanks to everyone who's taking time in a very early morning, Friday morning, to help others with this program.
So to help out our community is what we strive for anyway. We're all about service. And to see the expressions on the families' faces when we show up it's just unimaginable what they're going through and how we feel, because they actually lift us up and it brightens up our day to be able to help others.
Anytime that we can create events and opportunities that can become traditions, that we're able to, be able to uplift our community, be able to give back to the community in a way that allows us to put smiles on faces, allows us to be able to instill hopefully some level of hope. This is what it's all about. And so we're here today because we want to be able to continue this every single year, letting people know that we care and that this is about agape.
Happy Agape Day.
Thank you for watching. Please share Metro TV with your friends and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or X, and download our Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire apps. Have a wonderful week.